We are making red velvet cheesecake. Oh my goodness, for Valentine's Day, can you get any better than red velvet cheesecake? Now, I'm just using a red velvet cake mix, but if you don't want to use a box cake mix, it's Dining on a Dime Cookbook Volume 1, our red velvet cake on page 288. You can just do the cake part and it will work the same. The link is in the description below. All right, we've got our cake, oil and water, and our eggs. We're making it just according to the box. Nothing fancy yet. This is a super easy recipe that looks really fancy, but it's not. Okay, now we're gonna mix. Okay, now for those of you at high altitude, add 2 to 3 tablespoons of flour. We are just on the edge of high altitude, so I've been making my cakes with the high altitude directions. And if you guys are wondering, they always have the high altitude directions right here on the cake box. Then we are going to grease our pan. Now this is my refillable oil. Link is in the description below. And just pour in our cake. Oops. Okay, if that happens, look, just mix it in right there.
What happened? I wasn't looking.
The dough got not all the way mixed in. All right. I'm bleeding. Okay, now we're going to throw this in our oven and bake according to the directions. All right, for our red velvet cake filling, this is cream cheese. The recipe for this is in the description below, right there. And whipping cream. I mean, seriously, can you go wrong with whipping cream? You just really can't, can you? All right, here's a little tip, guys. If your sugar gets little hard lumps, just go in and smack them down. It's not bad. Okay, so now we need half a cup of sugar. Now, I picked up the wrong, I ordered the, just busted a nail. Man, shoot, stupid sour cream. Okay. Just trying to make it through this week without busting a nail. Did I make it? No, I did not. Okay.
You started to say about the sour cream.
So, I'm worrying about my nail. Forget the recipe. My nail just broke. Now I gotta fix it. Okay. What does a person do when their nail breaks in the middle of cooking videos and you have end videos you have to finish to go at the beginning? This is a quandary. See, this is things people don't think about it being a YouTuber. Okay, I got 1/4 cup of sour cream. I did not mean to buy this much sour cream, and we don't eat it that often, so I guess I'm going to be making a lot of recipes with sour cream. Okay. Then my lemon juice right there. And my vanilla. See, this is what I need right now. It just broke a fingernail. Oh.
At least you cut it, so it's not going to be crushed cheesecake.
Well, that's true. It didn't break in the cheesecake. That would be awful. Oh my goodness. That would be really awful. Okay, now we're going to mix all this up. All right, now that is nice and smooth. Now, you want a confession, dear? I've never made this recipe before. This is the first time. So, I'm going to test it. Hopefully it tastes good. It doesn't really taste that good. Hold, please. It needs more sugar.
Recipe?
This is one that I was adapting from 2 different recipes. I'm going to add more sugar. It needs more sugar. All right, guys, this is recipe testing live. This is actually how we do recipe testing. I take recipes and then I actually make them taste good. Much better. It needed way more sugar than the original recipe. I'm glad I added more.
But this wasn't originally our recipe. This isn't from our book.
No, this is a new cheesecake recipe that I wanted to try that uses sour cream. Everybody just raves about it, but I forgot the powdered sugar. That's why. Hold, please. Gotta add the powdered sugar.
That's going to be super sweet.
Actually, I still don't think it had enough sugar, even with the powdered sugar, because it just tasted like cream cheese. Breaking my nail threw off my whole game. See, there's the broken nail if anybody wants to see it. A broken nail is very disturbing, guys. Okay. Now let's see what it does. Mike's just back here like...
He'll take nail donations.
Mike's just back here like, oh, brother. Remember when we used to do cooking recipes and we tried to make them so perfect and I finally just gave up? Now it's good. Yes. Yeah, it needed that extra sugar. Holy cow, how did they get by with some? And this was a highly rated recipe too. I think people just don't know what actual good no-bake cheesecake tastes like. Okay, we're waiting for this to put on top of our cake. After it's done baking and cooling, we'll put this on top and show you what it looks like. Okay, my red velvet cake is done. If you want to test, put a knife in and see how it comes out clean. That's how you know your cake is done. Now we're going to let this cool. All right, we have the red velvet cake all cool. And I can see that it is pulled away from the side, so I don't need to use the knife to get it off. Now I'm going to turn it over. Okay, so now I'm going to do it upside down so that I will have a flat top. Now I'm going to cut my red velvet cake in half. Okay, this is a very intense moment. Hot dog. Okay, then I'm going to slide this and save this for later. Okay. Oops. There, got it centered. Hold on, let me wash my hands. So Mike asked, does it not matter if it's circular on the bottom? No, not really. Okay. So here's first part of the cheesecake. Now you don't want to come all the way to the edge because when you put the top on, it's going to squish out a little bit. Okay. Then just kind of press this on the center. There we go. Okay, now I need to get out my mixer because look, I missed some cream cheese on the bottom. So let me mix this up and make sure that it's all mixed really well. Okay, I get a lot of flack for my mistakes in my videos, but the reason why I leave them in, actually I don't get a lot of flack, I get a lot of flat out criticism for my mistakes in my videos, but I'm just showing you guys so that you can see how to fix the mistakes when you have this happen. All right, now all my cream cheese is mixed in. Okay, we're gonna put our cream cheese right in the center. Okay, now you don't want it to fall. I mean, it's not gonna hurt if it falls over the edge, but I'm trying to keep it mostly in the center. Now, if your cheesecake is too warm from waiting for your cake to set, you can let it sit in the refrigerator and harden up and then finish smoothing it. But I think, oh, that looks good. All right, I have a little bit left, but I'm just gonna eat that because that's what you do with the leftovers. All right, our red velvet cheesecake. I have to say, I love red velvet cake and I love cheesecake. This would be my dream combination dessert. Okay, now for this one, I'm going to clean my knife between each cut so that I hopefully get a clean cut. Oops, I took too long of a cut there. Okay, hold on. So let me go ahead and cut this in half since I did that wrong. Oh my. Quarters. Oh my. Now, I don't know if this is going to work to not spread the red all over everything, but we'll see. I don't know, dear, do we have the perfect slice? We'll see.
Until it's done.
Okay. Oh, this is the moment of truth. Oh, it didn't make a clean cut. I didn't think it would. I was just hoping.
Well, there's only that one little dot of red on there. Is that what you mean?
Well, no, see how the red got into everything?
Well, how would you fix that?
Well, you can't really fix it. It's just part of being a red velvet cheesecake.
Looks pretty good to me.
For this no-bake chocolate cake, you want 11 ounces by weight. I know that I had extra chocolate chips, so I weighed them. This was 8 ounces. Love these mini chocolate chips because they melt quicker, so let's go get these melted. All right, every 30 seconds or so, give it a stir to get the heat evenly distributed. All right, we are there. Now I can feel my measuring cup is warm, so I'm just gonna let the rest of the chocolate finish melting there. My cream cheese isn't quite soft enough, so I'm gonna throw this in the microwave for just a couple of seconds. Now you don't want to melt it, but you do want it a little bit softened, so. Okay, now let's see, there. I think, well, man, there's still a little, let me just soften it just a titch more. There, is that better? Okay, that's much better. Now, normally I would just do it in my bowl, but this one doesn't fit in that microwave. Then our sugar. This recipe is in the description below. All right, and then our butter. Now guys, measurements are on the side of the butter here. A half a stick is a 1/4 cup. I'm just going to lop off 1/4 cup right there. All right, so I misread the recipe and I needed 1.5 cups of chocolate, and I put 11 ounces because I misread. It was 11 ounces of the cream cheese, but I'm just gonna go just a little shy on the chocolate. All right, then I'm just gonna save that chocolate for later. Okay, stir that. We need 2 cups of whipped topping. Oh, mine's still just slightly frozen. So there's 1. I don't know how many cups is a thing of whipped topping. 2, so it looks like maybe 3 cups is what it is. Okay, chocolate pie crust right there. If you want to make your own homemade using Oreos or Dining on a Dime cookbook, just follow the graham cracker pie crust in here and it's exactly the same. The recipe is also on our website, livingonadime.com. The link for the cookbook, 25% off, and the recipe is in the description below. All right, Mr. Chocolate Man, what do you think?
Looks delish.
If you have something like that, just mix it in right there. What's funny is everybody says they want to cook like Grandma. This is how Grandma cooked. As soon as sweetened condensed milk and Cool Whip came out, this is all Grandma used. They need to be saying, if they're talking about cooking from totally scratch, great Grandma now.
Yeah, the grandma they're talking about had to get the water out of a pump out in the yard.
Yes. All right, then we're gonna put this in the refrigerator for a couple of hours until it has set up. Ooh, maybe I should try this one next to make a Oreo pudding pie. Would that be delicious?
Yep.
Okay, now you don't have to get all fancy schmancy, but I got these piping bags here for $1 from a restaurant that was going out of business. So I'm gonna get all fancy schmancy. You can just dollop it on there if you want. Okay, believe me, dolloping just goes much quicker. Well, there, that just added decoration to the top.
That looks great.